Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this look for you. It's just a really nice fall look. I think that is a pretty brown eye and nude lip, and yeah, this is the look that I was doing in the video where I asked you guys if you wanted to see the look, and I only had one person ask, but that's all it takes. I'll do whatever you like. And so this is going to be this look. I hope that you enjoy. I try a new product out in this video, and I am amazed and so excited with the way that it looks. So I hope that you stick around to see this look. Okay guys, what I've done so far, I used my Scandinavia primer spray, which looks like this. And then I used, what did I use next? I just used my green Urban Decay corrector fluid stick for all the redness that you know I have all over my cheeks and down onto my jawline. So I did that, got it all put in with my beauty blender, and used my Born This Way in Nude, which is a very good color for me right now. So I've really been putting the heart on that bottle of foundation. So I guess my next step, what I want to do before going any further with my face, you can see I've not put any products under my eye or anything like that. I am going to use my Pure, it's called the Hydrogel. I forget what it's called every time. I'm going to use that under my eyes just so it can be kind of soaking in while I'm working on my eyes. It's just a great cooling moisturizer for underneath the eye. It's wonderful for those of us that are a little bit older. It tends to moisturize those fine lines, and they don't tend to show up quite as bad. Plus, I watch a lot of YouTube, of course, but I do watch Wayne Goss, and after I finish my makeup each time, if I could change one thing, it's that even though I use the finishing spray, which brings everything together and makes it so look so nice, I still under my eyes look really dry. And I just got through blow drying my hair. I hope you can forgive me on that. I'm gonna fix my hair before I finish. So he addressed this dry eye here, where you have to set your under eyes, but the finishing sprays don't really bring down the powder in that area. So he was talking about this. It's by Kiehl's. It's the Ultra Facial Toner. It says gentle toner to prepare, hydrate, and comfort skin for all skin types. Now, what he used it for is totally different than, of course, what its intentional use was. But it has this ingredient in it. He said that well, see, this is the lower end of the options. He had a really high end option that was like, I don't know, from one of those crazy price, like La Mer, or something like that. But this has squalane. It's SQUALANE. I will put that on the screen because it has that property. He said what you do is you take some of this. He said you can do it on your beauty blender when you're finished with your makeup. He said put just a little bit on the tip end of it and just kind of go over that area. He said it takes down the powdery look, and he said it will moisturize that area without taking off your foundation or your concealer or any of those other things that we spend so much money on. I trust Wayne Goss, and if you're not subscribed to his channel, you need to go find him. His name is Wayne Goss, Goss. I'll try to remember to link his YouTube channel below. But guys, he doesn't do long videos. He does short little ones that are very informative, and I love that. He is a for real makeup artist, and he knows his stuff. He really does. So when he says something like that works for one of the very things that are troublesome to me, I got online, went to Ebates, pulled up this. Actually, I think I got it off of Ulta's website, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was under $20. I'm thinking it was like 16, something like that. Just a wild guess, but it's 8.4 ounces. That's a lot. This will last me forever, my whole life, 2 lifetimes even. But I'm gonna try that on camera today. I've also got another Christmas collection brewing. I haven't gotten all the pieces in yet, but I wanted to cover another Christmas collection with you that is out and available. I know that in a few days that Ofra is going to be releasing their fall, their new fall lip colors, and one is this deep eggplant color, I would call it, and it is the metallic. Guys, it looks gorgeous. And there's also one that has kind of a more red plum color to it. They look awesome. So I think those are releasing the 25th. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get into the rest of my pieces so that I can kind of go over some of these holiday things with you. I want to try that new thing, and I just thought that the next step that we needed to take care was eyes. And for that, I'm going to pull my Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced back out. I haven't used this in a while, but I'm wanting a really nice warm look. So, of course, I'm going to pull this out. I just love it. It's just the best ever. So, let's go in with my NARS primer for my eyes. Let's get that on there and get it going. Okay, guys, I want to go in right here with White Peach, which is this one up here in the corner, just to set down my, just going to do it to set down that primer. Make sure that there's not a sticky surface left, because with a nice smooth surface, we can blend much easier. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to go in with something warm. I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. It's called Puree. It's kind of a medium brown, but it does lean warm on the eye. So I'm going to put this in as my transition or my crease shade. And you can see, I think right away, just how warm that it comes across. But I think it's going to look really good. I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I can't wait to use that stuff under my eyes and see if it kind of tackles some of that crepiness that I have. Okay, so I'm going to take the Morphe E28. It is the a little bit more precise. I want to go in with something a little bit darker at this point, I think, just for this outer corner. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I'm kind of thinking about Summer Yum, but then Charmed, I'm sure, is a matte, and it's really good too. So I think I'm going to stick with the matte for my outer corner and blending that into the crease. And then what I'm going to do is I'll go in the inside of my lid with something that's bright and probably peaches and cream or puree, something like that. So let's get this going. I just always, of course, start in this outer corner, just lightly touching. My head is back, my eyes open so I can see where I'm putting this down at. These shadows just blend so well. Now let me go back in with my larger brush, and I'm just going to blend this out, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this Sigma. It's a E70. It is a little bit fluffy, and it's got an angle to it. I'm going to go in. I think I want more of a golden look tonight, so I'm going to go with this Peaches and Cream, which is, or I'm sorry, Nectar, which is really pretty. It's this middle one right here. I'm going to go with it. Woo! A lot of stuff flew off that time. Okay, I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to work on the inner corner with this one. I will have to go back over it once again with my original brush and blend it through the crease. Okay, let's go in with my original brush, and all I'm going to do is just some circles around and down through the middle to kind of feather those together. Now what I need to do is I need to go in and I need to check for fallout. Make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. Okay. All right, I'm going to go in and do under my brow and something on me there. I'm going to go in under my brow and all that kind of stuff shortly. My brows I've been saving to the very last. That and my mascara just seems to be easier for me. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go in with my Smashbox color stick first because I do have to conceal, and I do look like a vampire, no doubt, but it works. So I got that one done. Clink into my thing. Okay, now I have a brush that I like to use. It's just a little flat shader brush, and it's real soft. It's, you know, it's not too stiff so that it, you know, it doesn't make my under eye feel uncomfortable, but it allows me to blend that out just a little bit, because the more product you have under your eye, as we both know, the more likely that you're going to have creasing and crepiness and things like that. So I'm getting that outer corner that I don't like where it's real dark. And then working into my little hollows there. It's amazing the difference that it makes for us, that's for sure. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to go in with my Born This Way concealer now in light. Let me see. Here's my, I was looking for my beauty blender, couldn't find it of all things. Okay, I'm going to go in. I'm just going to kind of not really make a true triangle, but I am trying to, you know, it's kind of slim up my nose, but yet, you know, get that orange area. And I'm just gonna bounce. It's amazing the difference that it makes. And I do have a little bit of a, it's a beauty mark, or not a beauty mark, but what do they call them? Age spot. It's an age spot that I need to try to cover sometimes. And I forget. I mean, you can see it just a little bit. It's just an age spot, you know, it's just where the melanin and, you know, your skin kind of gathers. So, yeah. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I've just found that even though this is such a thin consistency, it is high coverage. I mean, there's no doubt that it is high coverage. And so I don't need to like swipe it and fill it in and all of that. Let me dump this in here. Loud noise. There's no need. It even though it's thin, it is a very high coverage concealer. And I love it. It's right up there with my Urban Decay, my Maybelline Fit Me, which Maybelline Fit Me is my holy grail from the drugstore, and Urban Decay and the Born This Way are now my holy grail, tied for first place from high-end. Absolutely love this concealer. I'm not going to go ahead and go down the center of my face like I normally do. I'm trying to keep, I put a very light coat of foundation on. I'm trying to get a little bit lighter. I'm not wanting to, you know, do anything like full glam or anything. I'm just trying to put my makeup on so that it looks nice for a normal everyday kind of thing. Okay, now that we've done that, I need to set my eyes, and that's what I have my Laura Mercier for. I'm going to go into that, and I'm going to go ahead and set under my eyes with my beauty blender. This is key, guys. This is key. You have to set under your eye. you're going to get creasing for sure. Now, the problem is the older you are, more likely it's going to show up under your eyes, you know, with the wrinkles and that sort of thing. But that's what I got the Kiehl's for, because supposedly that's going to take care of my problem. We're going to see. We're gonna adventure into that area together. So I'm just gonna let this sit. Now while I'm letting this sit, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. I'm not going to do the, I'm just gonna use my Anastasia Brow Wiz. I'm not going to be using much because my brows are tinted right now and I really don't need much, but we all know that I have sparse brows. That's, you know, something I think I mentioned in every single video that I do. But because of my sparse brows, I like to kind of bring them a little bit closer in together here and make them look, you know, like they come in farther. And then I just kind of try to bring them down and make them look a little bit fuller further down than what they really are. Then as I go back up, I fill in the top. So I'm going underneath here, going this way, then I'm going this way as I go up. So when I go to comb out and distribute this evenly with this comb, it looks pretty darn natural to me. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, now I'm ready to dust this away. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Hourglass palette. I've been loving this thing. I'm using this powder here to set my face with. It is a luminous powder, but the way that it looks when I put my finishing spray on, I just love the glow that it gives me. It's a natural lip from a thin look, and I really do like it. I mean, you kind of have to be a little careful. You know, you're not going to use a strobing powder to set with, but something like this that has just a little bit of luminosity to it, I think that any age can you know, use it and not have to worry about it enhancing any problems. Okay, now what I want to do, I also am really enjoying the brush that I bought with this. It's the Hourglass brush. I have been using it like crazy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my NYX. This is actually supposed to be a blush, but it's in the color taupe. And I hate that they're discontinuing this. If you can find it, grab it. Because it is the perfect cool tone. Cool tone, ooh, it's getting everywhere. It's the perfect cool tone for any kind of contouring. So I'm going to go in with this little brush. I've been using it for, you know, just everything. But I'm going to use it to contour. Want to give myself some cheekbones. I'm keeping it pretty tight in there. Okay, that gives me a little bit of a shadow. You see that? Okay, I'm going to take this down along my jawline. just a touch, not enough to make it look muddy or anything, just enough to create a bit of a shadow. And that's it. It's by NYX, it's called Taupe, and if you can find it, grab it, because you need it in your life for any kind of contouring. It's great, cheap, and you get a great result. If you're wanting something really just kind of tight. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back into that Hourglass palette, and I'm going to grab the bronzer, this one right here. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to go into that bronzer, and I'm going to bronze in the areas that I need to bronze, which is right on and above, kind of mixing into that contour. It's just a beautiful, beautiful palette. I think I've gotten way more use out of this than I thought I would. It's a really, really nice palette. They have it on Sephora.com right now, also Nordstrom, and again, I said, you know, it's Hourglass. It's just their newest palette for this year. So, and from what I understand, it is limited edition, but I mean, it's still out there on the market, so you can get it. It's expensive. It's Hourglass, and you're getting 5 products. But now, they are mounded up. I don't know if you can see that. You're getting a tremendous amount of product. I think it was 85 or 90 is what I paid for it. But this is going to last me forever. I mean, it is going to literally last me forever. And I'm using it every single time I get ready. So I'm going to go in with the blush now, with the other end of the brush. And I'm just going to kind of circle that into the apple of my cheek. It's funny how I use green concealer to hide redness and then put redness back on. It's called controlling where the color goes because I don't want the color all over my face. I just want it in certain spots. Works for me. I love this blush. I like it because it's buildable. I don't like a blush that you have to be scared of going in on. I really don't. If you put your brush in a blush and then all of a sudden you've got a big red streak on your face and you have to spend a lot of time buffing it out, that stinks. I don't like that. This has plenty of pigmentation. It just goes on easy. It's an easy product, which easy is my middle name now. The older I get, the easier I need it to be. Okay, I'm finished with this now, so I can put it in here. I keep it with my other highlighters and things like that, but since I've been using it like crazy, I really don't, you know, have a need for any of the other. Okay, now I think what I'm ready to do is go in. I need to finish up my eyes and go from there. Okay, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Peach palette. I'm going to go into that color that I used at the very top, Charmed, I'm sure. The one that I used in my outer corner. I'm going to take that underneath my lash line. I don't need a whole lot down there. So I'm not really, you know, doing a whole lot. But I've started wearing liquid liner on my upper lid. So I have to do something for me to feel like it's balanced. So that's the reason I'm just using just a little bit of this shadow. Okay, now I have this small brush. Where did it go? That's not it. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, this is just a E19. It's just a real small little pointed brush. I'm going to go into Nectar, which is what I used on my inner half of my lid. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my inner corners. I'm bypassing Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop Crayon today. I'm just sticking to powders. Okay, getting there. Now I'm ready to go in and work on using my Benefit. I love this. It's the Highbrow Glow. This stuff is the bomb. I just absolutely love defining my brow bone with this. It's so creamy and so easy to work with. And then I have a brush for that too. This one right here is just a little flat shader brush. I kind of go in underneath just to kind of bring it down a little bit. I just kind of define underneath that bottom edge of my brow. And I do try to bring it down into my shadow just a bit, just so it doesn't stand out too much. I am going to, of course, put a shade there and blend it out, but whatever I put there is going to cling onto this because it's a cream product. It's going to cling onto it pretty quick. So I'm just trying to get it as nice and smooth as possible. Okay, now let's go into that same color that I put in my inner corner, and I have a very small little brush here that we're going to use in that same color, Nectar, and I'm just going to kind of lightly hit my brow bone area on top of that highbrow. Gives a wonderful, wonderful glow and definition. I'm going to go back in with the original brush just a bit to make sure that there is no harsh line. Okay, I can put my Sweet Peach palette away and shut that drawer. Now it's time to move to highlighter. Love some highlighter. I love it, and I'm actually really loving my brush. The brush is just wonderful. It's the one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's her A23, I think that's it, A23 brush. It's kind of like a paddle, but it's, let me see if I can show it to you. Do you see this? It's like flared out, but it's thin. So what I do is to use it, I just kind of do that, knock off the extra, because if you don't, you're gonna be in for it's gonna be a scene from outer space. Then I just kind of lay it on its edge, and I just put my highlighter wherever I want it. And then I go up here, right at the point, I turn it over, just right at that high point of my brow. Do the same thing. That way I'm controlling it, being very careful not to get it in that under eye area that I always stay away from. But guys, this is just beautiful. You can't get carried away when you're addicted to it like I am. I just love it so much. Okay, I'm just gonna bring it down the bridge of my nose just a little bit. My Cupid's bow. Look at that glow, guys. Beautiful. Love champagne pop. I mean, I don't know what I did before it. I do know what I did before it. I used other things, but it's not anything like, it's unlike anything I've ever used before. Okay, I'm just taking my powder brush, the one that I set my face with, and I'm going over my entire face just to make sure there are no, you know, kind of stark areas where anything is sticking out. Okay, now let's go in with my liner. I have been using the Kat Von D liner in the color Hemingway. It's a brown. I really do like it. And I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to do this on camera because I'm not good at it at all. I've only just started using this on my upper line, and guys, I holler stuck in my corner of my eyes. I just know that I do the best I can. I try to keep it thin, and if I have to, I do have these cotton buds that are very pointed. I don't know if you can see how pointed they are. They're not your typical Q-tip. I will use those if necessary to go in with just a little bit of Bioderma and take off. Now, I will tell you, I threw it in the trash can, but I had a really pretty, it was a beautiful brown color, but it was a marker style just like this one. It was by Julie G Cosmetics. I think I got it like from, you get them like Rite Aid and other places or whatever. It's a beautiful color. Problem, when I used it, first of all, I had a reaction to it because where I line my lid, it just like turned red and got raw. But it started clumping up all of the powder products, my eyeshadow that I had on there. It started clumping it up and it started flaking off, and I had like, oh, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I threw that stuff away. So I wouldn't suggest the Julie G brand of eyeliners, not the felt tip marker style. Not at all. What I've been doing is starting in the corner and just kind of laying it down just a touch and just kind of working out from there. I'm wanting to keep it as small as possible and then get wider as I come across. Sometimes just laying it on its side and kind of doing it in like a stamping motion, I have found helps. That and making sure that I'm not doing it against pinning my eyelashes down. It's not ever perfect, but I do try to get it as smooth as I possibly can. Okay, now in my tear duct, and I do go all the way to my tear duct, as I bring it out, it gets wider, as I said. Alright, then what I do, I go underneath my lashes and kind of wiggle the tip in there so that it looks like it's solid. So I'm not really tight lining as much as I'm just sort of getting the product in between the roots of my lashes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do the other one off camera and come back and I will show you the end result. Okay guys, I got my liner on. I just did a thin line across the top of my lid. It just helps kind of define and gives me a more put together look, I think. As you're doing it, especially if you're using, you know, something that's wet, like that, as wet as that is, what I would suggest that you do is do one eye at a time and let it dry in between applications, so that when you close your eyes, you're not going to get any transfer down here. Or if you have hooded lids like myself, you need to keep your head back like this and your eyes partially closed, because if not, it's going to transfer up above, and so you have to be really careful about that. Now before I do my mascara, I'm going to go in with my brow mascara, and I'm just going to kind of tame down the unruliness that is my eyebrows. I fill them in with the Anastasia, just the areas that were, you know, a little sparse, where nothing grows. And now I'm just going in with this just to lay them down and make sure that they stay in place. Because what I do have, they tend to stick out and stick up if I don't. I'm going to get up close to my, then again, I'm using the Lights Camera Flashes from Tarte, the sample that I have had. I like to kind of switch it up sometimes. This is what I used last time though, and so this is the look that I did that you guys said you wanted to see. Or I had one person that said, yeah, I want to see that look. Well, you know what, that one person is just as important as anybody else, and so since I already had to do my makeup, I thought, well, I'll do the same look and I'll film it. Okay, I'm going to put a coat on this lash. I'm going to do my bottom lashes, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, this is what I've got so far. I did my lashes, and I haven't curled them yet. I'm going to curl them afterwards, after they've gotten good and dry. I've been finding a lot more success with that, but as you know, you have to be so careful if you're going to do that. It's very effective, but if your lashes are not totally and completely dry, you'll yank your lashes out by the roots. So it's something that you need to really think about before you go and do it. I'm going to be using my Too Faced Perfect Lips lip liner in the color Perfect Nude. I'm going to be using Kat Von D's liquid lipstick in Bow and Arrow, and this is a good match. Remember how I told you to line? Do this way with your Cupid's bow. Across, across, then down. Okay, then I like to start in the middle of my lip on the bottom. Mostly because I like to overline just a touch in the center, and then I just match up on the sides. Okay, that's a really good base. Now let me check my eyelashes. I think they're dry. We're gonna find out, aren't we? Okay, I just go in just like that. bounce just a touch. I pull away slowly, because if they are at all damp, if you pull away fast, you're going to yank them out. Can you see the difference? There's a big difference. These are going up like this, and these are going meow. Okay, here we go. Plus, I can see them much better when I have... Oh, I'm trying not to pinch myself. Here we go. Okay, they were definitely dry because it turned loose. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I definitely can. It's a huge difference. They curl so much better. In fact, sometimes I just like to get the tips and curl those. And it just makes such a huge difference to me. I'm ready to put on my beautiful bow and arrow from Kat Von D. Guys, this is just absolutely the best. It really is. It is the best there is. Just a little black fleek on my... You need to check and make sure you don't have any black fall out from curling your lashes. I like the long applicator. I love, this is a very moussey texture, and it dries quite quickly. I don't have to worry about it lifting. Don't you just love this color? It's such a pretty fall nude. Okay guys, so now what I need to do, now that I've gotten everything on, I need to go ahead and I'm going to use this Kiehl's. I'm going to shake it. I don't know if it needs to be shaken, but we're going to make sure that it didn't settle in shipment or anything like that. And I'm going to try it. I mean, this is, let me see if it's already open or if it's sealed. It's sealed. I thought it might be because of the liquid. Okay, and you can see what kind of lid it's got there. So I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna, okay. It beads up. I'm just gonna kind of do this, and then I'm gonna go in. Just feels wet. But oh my goodness, does it take down that cakey, crepey look. I mean, it's an instant. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know if you can see on film what a huge... Oh my God, Wayne Goss, I love you. Oh, I love it, guys. I feel like I just took years off my life by hiding that crepiness. That is absolutely freaking amazing. Again, it's the Kiehl's facial toner, ultra facial toner for all skin types. I don't notice the smell. It's got a little smell, but it's not enough that it translates. I mean, I just put a little bit on the tip of my beauty blender. It kind of bubbled up a little bit, so I just mashed it in like this. And then I just lightly pressed it under my eye. Guys, this will last me 10 million lifetimes. This is the size that it comes in. I don't think there's a smaller size. But I cannot tell you what a difference I see in my under eyes. Now, it's me. And I'm looking in the mirror. I know what I usually look like in the mirror, and I'm telling you, huge difference. Absolutely love that trick. So now what I'm going to do, I'll have to make sure that I, always wash my beauty blender in between. That's a given. But let's go ahead and go in with the finishing spray by Scandinavia and go ahead and finish this off, and let's see how it looks all done. I do put on a little bit more of that than what is called for, but I'm okay with that. I feel like the more that I put on there, the more powder it's going to take down. Guys, I don't know if you can see the shine from my highlighter down my nose. My skin looks so smooth. And see, that's what I was wanting it to look like under my eyes, but I felt like, well, with age and those kinds of things. Guys, I am shocked. I mean, I am really shocked. Once is all that it took, and I can see up in this close-up mirror, I can see all my little fine lines and all of that. But now, they're not holding powder like they were before. I'm shocked. I really am. I mean, I know that he knows what he's talking about, and apparently this product having that particular ingredient is what does it. When I look in the mirror at, a normal distance, the same that I would be maybe face to face with someone, I feel like my makeup looks like I'm so much younger because I don't have that crepiness under my eyes right now. Now, I am very interested to see how it turns out over time with wearing it and that sort of thing. If it, keeps it down and reduces the look of those fine lines and wrinkles that normally hold powder products. I'm so pleased right now though. Okay guys, I'm gonna go and do my hair and I'll be back to talk to you in just a second. Okay guys, I have finished. I have straightened my hair. It's nice and straight. I've been using a really good heat protectant from Tresemme on it that I really like. I feel like that it's helping a lot with this flat iron, because normally with a flat iron, you start getting the bushiness and the broken ends and that sort of thing. And so far, my hair is still remaining healthy looking, and it's colored, it's had some bleach on it and that sort of thing. So this is the final look. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you enjoyed watching the process. And yeah, definitely check this out if you have a problem under your eyes with fine lines and looking powdery, because I'm looking and I'm still really impressed with it. So it's something to know. And don't forget to subscribe to Wayne Goss's channel because he has such great tips. He tells you how to contour your face depending on the shape of your face. He shows you everything that you need to know, and I've learned a lot from him. So I would definitely say go subscribe to his channel if you're interested in the beauty section of my YouTube channel. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for participating with me and the fun things that I enjoy doing. Thank you for being supportive and all your sweet comments. I absolutely adore you guys. You have no idea. So anyway, that's going to be it. If you did like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And that's going to be all. Hit that subscribe button. Bye.